they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They run the counter with Cook. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Allen. Right back to Cook for another completion. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Bills had 8 and 5 to start play. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Diggs going in motion right. On 2nd down, here's Allen. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. to the line now, facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Allen to throw it.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
The kick by the pass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Noah Igbenogany from his end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow. And he didn't on that play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Buffalo.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
This defense for the Bills, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
They'll try it now with Mostert.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the 1st down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
The throw down the field caught by his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Tua now on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Come on, set.
Tua going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Raheem Mostert That's his 18th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets in. When no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Allen's throw here taken in by Knox.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
1 quarter in the books, 8-3, our score.
On first down, Allen.
Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future, and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
Out to his left. This is intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Mostert.
Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in the first half of an 8-3 game. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
He completes it to Wilson. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready.
Now Tua. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down.
Over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. Touchdown! Sterling Shepard, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the 1st down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Bills 3.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very and Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Diggs going in motion right. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, trying to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua, a final shot before half.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
They run with Mostert off the option.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Let's go. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
52 blaster.
Looking to pass. Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Bills are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Now Allen. And my goodness, now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the 1st half have now followed them into the 2nd half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 19-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Allen.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Allen.
There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Throwing now is Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. And complete right side to Cook.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Going deep for Diggs. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On second down, Mostert.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now it's Tua. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Tua going to throw. And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
Allen off the play fake. On the move to his left. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
2nd down and goal. Allen steps away. And he's got it. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. One final try here for Allen.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand.
a double.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Ready.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they get...
And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores, want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Allen now looks to throw.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. That one looks like he'll throw here. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Now the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Tua on 4th down. Open net is Waddle, complete.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go. Peter. Ready?
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. But he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole.
Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Allen going to throw. He's going to let it fly.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2